Hey, welcome to Two Blurred Girls. I am Tamika, and this is Tamara. Tamara's back. Yay,
Hi,
Tamara.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Tamara. The
Hello,
audience
hello.
missed you. They wondered where you were, and I told them you took the day off.
Yeah, I needed a mental break.
Yes, mental health is very important, everyone. So
hmm
make sure that you take care of yourself.
Yes, it's a
Yes.
very important thing. And I started playing Animal Crossing again.
And that's the other reason why I can't get her.
Yeah, I haven't played Animal Crossing for 4 months.
I try to
So,
put her on banishment. I'm like, you can only play on these days and not Friday.
yeah, I can't play on Fridays.
No, she can't play
So,
Animal Crossing on Fridays. We have a show.
yeah, so
Anyways,
I'm in my house.
okay. But yeah, John from Movie Lovers Unite will join us later on in the show. But we are going to continue our Squid Game review for episodes 4 through 6.
hmm
So let's just dive in. So with episode 4, um, it is the aftermath of, I call it the sugar cookie game. Sugar
It
cookie
basically
game.
was like a sugar cookie because it was made from sugar.
Yeah, sugar cookie game. The
hmm
aftermath, and the old man's like, "Oh, you saved my life because I licked the cookie too."
hmm
So that was just a small thing I thought was really nice.
hmm
Um, And we also hear about how many people are eliminated,
Mhm.
and the jackpot went up. So it
Mhm.
was 79, I believe, were eliminated. And now that would be like 7.9 billion won is
Mhm.
accumulated. And now it's like 31.8 billion won, which I forgot to look up what that is in Korean dollars. But anyway, the piggy bank's filling up
Mhm.
because all those people died. So the more people that die, the more the piggy
The more
bank.
money, yeah.
So what else? Mealtime. There was mealtime, which I thought was pretty interesting. That they got eggs and soda pop.
That's all they
It's
got was eggs.
it's like all the meals that they're getting in each episode are childhood meals.
Mhm.
It's like eggs, soda pop, sugar cookies. There was something else they got too. I think they got a bento box.
Yeah, they got a Korean bento box.
Yeah.
Something that I would like to try myself. I always get Japanese bento box, but I've never had a Korean bento.
Yeah,
So,
me either. I need to find a place.
me too. There's no place here. So I can say,
Oh,
yeah,
Tallahassee.
we ain't got none. We
but,
ain't got none.
but the
Oh,
egg, so I don't, is it now with Squid Game, it is really difficult with the names.
mhm.
So I just have to pronounce them the best way I can. And
Yeah,
the villain, I call him Doksu, which sounds like duck soup, but
just like, do you remember their numbers? Because the
no, I
most of them.
forgot his number, but I
Okay,
just know
so
he's the dude with the snake face. We call him
yeah,
Snake Face.
you could call him that.
Okay,
The
good.
thing
Thank you.
is that with the egg situation, I thought this was interesting. I'm sorry, I had
Mhm.
to get off my
Yeah,
lap.
go ahead.
Um, they kind of kept. I'm surprised that they didn't know this. The people who have the PlayStation symbols on their faces. Um, I'm sorry, I had to say that because that is like
PlayStation.
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 But I'm surprised that they didn't notice, or they did notice and not say anything, that the group of bad people was keep going back in line getting more eggs
Hmm.
because that's all they had. But the person who came up and he was like, okay, they was like, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of eggs, like we're out of the breakfast. And he's like, but they had more than one. So yeah, he got killed.
Yeah, yeah, because he confronted Snakeface.
Mhm.
And like, hey
He's
man, you
forever
took
snake
my
face.
eggs. I'm
Mhm.
hungry. I'm deprived. I need some mutton, some eggs. But
Mhm.
that was when the girl who we later find out her name, but Kong. Yeah, I think her name is Kong later on. But
Mhm.
she told on the guards and like, hey, they took their eggs. The guards didn't do anything, which was suspicious. They just kind of stood there like so.
Mhm.
But you know, a fight broke out, and like you said, that guy died.
Mhm.
And the guards didn't really do anything. They just scooped him up and put him in the little gift box.
Yep. And he got carried away and he got burnt.
Carried away,
It
carried
was
away
like
with the
goodbye.
ball of him. Yeah, bye bye. Yeah, and but yeah, the fighting, it felt like a playground, really.
Mhm.
Like you got the bully, and
Mhm.
he's taking all the kids' lunch, and one kid stand up and say, "Hey, this is a metaphor." He stands up, he's like, "Hey, you taking all these kids' lunch," but he dies. It doesn't
Mhm.
make any sense.
He got beat
Anyway,
up so bad he died.
yeah, and they announce, oh well, player 271 dead. Here goes some more money in the piggy bank, and you're like,
Mhm.
dang. So that's when they Duck Sue or Snakeface realize, oh, we can kill people without it being in a game,
Mhm.
and then we can get more money in the piggy bank,
Mhm.
which is terrifying because I think later that night they decide to come up with a plan and just kill half the people
Mhm.
in their sleep. And then there was this whole riot thing that went on too.
Yeah, again, the guards didn't do nothing. Uh they just stand there and watch them while people when the lights went out, people went
Hmm.
around and murdered people.
It was a shocking scene. I
Mhm.
mean, it was like the lights were flickering, and then you just see bodies going everywhere and
Mhm.
stabbed, and there's people fighting literally for their life.
Mhm.
And it took me back because I'm like, wait, I thought this was supposed to be, like a fair game and people just die in game. Like people can
Mm-mm.
die outside a game. So it's
Mhm.
like disposable. You're disposable, you know.
And then
So,
more and like you said, more people who die, the more money gets put in the bank.
mm.
But I'm
But
not gonna spoil it, so all I can say is like,
the um the other disturbing part was what we found out happens to some of the bodies,
mhm,
which they're supposed to be incinerated, and we
mhm,
see some of the bodies aren't, which is odd. And then we see that there's a doctor who's operating and he's cutting out organs. They're
mhm.
basically trafficking organs on the black market,
Yeah.
basically.
And the funny
um
thing is that the doctor is one of the people in the game.
yeah,
That's how
I
he
can't
he
believe
know
it.
what's going on.
Yeah, and he knows what's the next game in
Mhm,
exchange for his services
mhm,
with these guards. They tell him what the next game is.
mhm.
Ugh, it's terrible.
Yeah,
Gosh.
this is so many more of the stories in this
Oh yeah.
series.
Yeah, this series is full of morals and not trusting anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
It's
have like nobody can be your friend.
yeah.
You need to stop gambling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you gotta be careful when you do black market.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Cuz from the doctor found out through the guards. He was like, "Yeah, we purposely measured out an uneven number of eggs, basically,
Mhm.
so they can kill each other."
See? So that's
Mhm.
why we knew that when we first watched it, it was like, why are they not doing anything? Why is it being so suspicious? And that's the reason why.
Yeah, this I've learned that so far this whole um series is one big social experiment.
Mhm.
The have nots. Um Anyway, now without getting too deep into all the themes and everything else, it's just one big social experiment,
Yeah.
morality, whatever. Anyway, so the doctor joins Snake Face game, and he was like, "Hey, I got information. Basically, don't kill me.
Yeah.
I can tell you what the next game is
Mhm.
if you keep me on your team." So he became a valuable asset on his team.
Mhm.
And what else stood out for you though, Tamara? That
Um.
you remember?
Well, when he found out what the next game was, and he told them about it, they was able to excuse me. They was prepared on what to do. And I think this is the tug of war game. And this kind of got me too. And it
Mm-hmm.
was scary because I was like, ugh. But it's like they went up so high,
Mm-hmm.
and I could just imagine that splatter sound.
Yes.
And if you lose and you get and they cut the rope, and they will just slide all the way down to the ground. And all of that splat, 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 like
Oh
body
yeah.
sounds. I'm just like, oh. So that's like, yeah. And the thing is, like they make it feel like if you have women or like they always like they form a group, and like one of them said like it's we can't have if we have women on our team um or an old man, we're not gonna make it. But the
Mm-hmm.
funny thing is that the old man helped you guys out. But here's another funny part. Before the whole tug of war scene happened, wasn't this same episode where the snake eye guy and that lady had sex in the bathroom?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she
Yeah. It
told
was.
him, if you deceive me, I'm going to kill you.
Yes.
And he thought that that was a joke.
Yes. Yes.
And she tried to join his team, and he said no
Mm.
because that doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, okay, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. I got
Mm-hmm. Which you would think men would know when crazy women are not to be messed with.
you. Yeah, exactly. She was a crazy woman.
Yeah, they like the excitement of crazy women, but they don't
Mhm.
like the punishment.
No, they don't. If she warns you and say, "Oh, you fucking with me," I
Mm-hmm.
got you, motherfucker. You
Yeah.
don't. That's see, women like that are vindictive.
Yes.
They don't care if you have a good career or anything. Those are the type of women you gotta watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she whispers to you and say, if you don't, if you turn your back on me or if you mistreat me, I'm going to hurt you.
Yeah.
M-
That's it.
Men don't listen to the warning.
They don't listen. They don't know. They
Mm-mm.
not about this life.
No.
But I thought it was interesting, like you said, um, ageism plays in this role. Like they're like,
Mhm.
oh, no old men and no women because they're weak and vulnerable. But the
Mhm.
old man had a strategy for every
Mhm.
game. It seems like, which is odd, but cool at the same time. He was like, yeah, for tug of war. I think he said the strategy is,
You hold
which
your back.
yeah, it's like you're
Yep.
following the leader. Like
Mhm.
whoever's the leader of tug of war, if they
Mhm.
seem weak, that brings the whole team down. So
Mhm.
if the leader seems strong, it gives the illusion, oh, the leader is strong and I'm strong. And he's like, we all have to carry our weight, plant our feet, and like you said, pull your back, like bend back, which I
Mhm.
thought was an interesting strategy. They
Yeah.
just bend back for like 10 seconds, and it was pulling weight on the other team, and they was like, hey, this rope won't budge.
Mhm.
And then after 10 seconds, they heave forward and then just start pulling together as a unit.
Mhm.
which I wish I knew that strategy when I was doing tug of war
Me
because
too. We just pulled. We never
we just
knew
did it
about
the
holding
American
your
way.
back or down, and then you sit up and you try to pull the other opponent towards you, and then once that flag crosses the line, then you win. It's like
Yeah,
something I didn't know either. I guess
yeah.
it's like every culture is different.
That man had a military strategy. I was like, what? Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. And it was so tense too because it seemed like it wasn't going to work after a while, and the other team was starting to win, and they put him in
Mhm.
those slippery prison shoes.
Mhm.
You're like, oh geez.
Mhm.
Um,
But you
so
also got to remember you can't kill the main character.
yeah,
This is
that's what I
not
was
Attack on
saying.
Titan.
Why you had to bring them in this?
Because it's true. Because Attack on Titan kills the main kills
Game
the
of
main people.
Thrones.
Nobody's safe in that one.
Yes, we should review on Attack on Titans.
I can't watch that anymore. I cried so much.
Oh, okay, well, we'll find some anime to review that you
Full Metal
can.
Alchemist,
Which one?
Brotherhood.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll see if I can find it too. But
You
anyway,
can find it.
um,
Anyways,
that's planning shows while we're on shows. But
because I brought up Attack on Titan.
yes, yes. But yeah, and the doctor, not doctor, he looks like that doctor. I think his name is Chu.
Oh,
But
his
he,
friend.
yeah, yeah, his friend. Yeah, he was like, okay, everybody, let's just rush forward.
Mhm.
And they rush forward and then they pull back. So I
Mhm.
thought that was that last minute strategy was pretty good. Anyway, this whole strategy with tug of war was
Mhm.
really interesting to me. Like the teamwork that goes into tug of war, leadership and working together. Those are the
Mhm.
themes that stood out to me. Of course, usually when you do tug of war, the other team doesn't die and plummet to their death.
Yeah,
But this
they
is
just
Squid
went.
Game.
Yeah, it's just um, like all these episodes are really just based off of childhood games, which I
Hmm.
find crazy and scary at the same time because you're in this competition playing a childhood game you haven't played in a long time, and you as an adult you have to figure out how to win this without dying
Yeah,
to make it home with your families. So I'm still
it's
trying to figure out why they came back.
y-
Money is
money is a terrible motivator
yeah.
when you desperate enough.
Mhm.
And I guess there was an economic downturn. I don't know if that's what the show was showing too. That there
Mhm.
was an economic downturn in Korea. And a lot of people felt like they didn't have options. So
Mhm.
they see this game as a quick way, but I would be busting my butt at McDonald's the best
Yeah.
way I can so I can survive. Because
But
I
the thing
know
is
half these games I'll be
but this the thing is that I know that you guys already talked about the first 3 episodes,
yeah,
but
you can
like
talk
in
about
episode 1 with the green red light, green light, if you saw people getting shot in the head and you say you don't wanna play no more, why did you come back after you saw people dying?
it.
I know you want money, but
Yeah.
it's like, is it that serious? You
It
die. If you get
yeah,
eliminated, you die.
yeah, 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 but I
It
guess
will shoot you in your head.
it was. I know, the main character, his mom's in the hospital, I think. She had, like, a
Mhm.
diabetic attack, and
Yeah,
then her
her too.
insurance don't get me started on the insurance companies, but,
Mhm.
yeah, the insurance was not paying for that, and he was like, "Oh
Mhm.
god, I need money for my mom,"
Mhm.
and it makes me wonder what the healthcare system is like in Korea, or what this series is trying to show, the different
Right. The only
sides.
thing I know about Korea, South Korea,
Yeah,
is
South Korea.
that um is like because I used to watch this couple. They're no longer together. They got a divorce. I used to watch
Mm.
them when they was in South Korea. They lived in Canada and moved to South Korea because they were teachers. And it seems like you make more as a teacher over there than you do in Canada or probably in the United States because I heard that too. Asia, you make more over there than you do here in America.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people are going over there.
Oh.
But I don't know anything about the insurance and stuff. I just know that you make more. And
Mm.
also you have better food.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think KFC is big over there in Korea,
Oh yeah.
especially around
KFC and
Christmas
Pizza
time.
Hut.
Yes.
KFC, Pizza Hut, Starbucks, like everything that they have over there is totally different what we have over here. Like I
Yes.
want to try their Pizza Hut pizza
I
and
want to
not
try
other
the
pizza.
KFC. I heard it's the bomb.
Yeah. And it's like I want to have what you have, but the only way we could do that is we go over there. But
Hmm.
anyways,
We can go
like
over there.
I can't. You gotta knock me
I
out.
just kidnap you and we go over there. And then you'll wake up in Korea like, hi, kid. I'm like, just let it happen.
Oh, yeah, get Korean food.
Yay.
Where's the
The
tteokbokki?
baby's okay. Don't worry, the baby taken care of.
It's like, give me that tteokbokki.
Yeah. 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 You'll have a good time. Don't worry.
Hmm.
So, so
But yeah, that's the only thing I know is that it seems like a lot like and also people have more freedom there than they do in North Korea.
yes. Yes.
Hmm.
But is there anything else from episode 4 that stuck out to
Other
you?
than the fact that that woman warned that man, if you do me wrong, I'm going to kill you. No, that's it. That's what I was thinking. You gonna die. I don't know when, but you gonna die.
Should have listened. I don't know why Snakeface didn't listen, but he didn't listen.
Mm-mm.
Mm,
You gave that woman like you took her nookie, and she
mm,
told you.
mm.
She gave you a
Well, she
warning.
kind of offered it up too.
I know, but still, she told you. She done told you. If you mess, you
That
fuck
Nook
with
is
her.
dangerous. I'm
Yeah,
telling
women like that are vindictive.
you, very dangerous. Mm. But
So
rolling into episode 5, since we learned episode 4, the moral of the lesson is dangerous Nookie. Stay away.
yeah. Hmm.
Episode 5, let's see what lesson we can get from episode 5.
Oh, okay. So the episode 4,
Hmm.
don't have sex in the bathroom with a crazy woman.
Yes. Or somebody with a snake face.
Yes,
Yes.
and then
Or somebody that still smokes cigarettes while they having sex. I don't know. That's just kind of
I thought that
deadly.
was funny. I thought it was funny.
That was a bit deadly to me. I was like, ugh, what do those ashes get on my skin? Oh no, I'm not into that. Ugh. Ugh, in the bathroom stall? Oh
Yeah.
gosh, it smells in there.
It's like, how we're
How am I
smoking.
supposed to concentrate?
They can't. While smoking, you can't concentrate.
I don't know. They pulled it off though. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't understand how they pull it off. Because it shouldn't the smoke come from underneath the doors? But I don't know if those people in those PlayStation masks and smell. I'm
PlayStation.
sorry. I cannot help it. Those are PlayStation buttons. Okay.
PlayStation. Yeah,
I own a PlayStation.
I do too.
That's all I
It
see.
doubles as a DVD player, and it has been wonderful.
Yeah. I can't say Nintendo because Nintendo has AB and
Mm,
XY.
yeah,
And you can't say Xboxes is for the same reason. So that's a PlayStation.
PlayStation.
A
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Oh, episode 5.
Next.
That's just a conclusion of the first part is a conclusion of what happened with the tug of
Hmm.
war. Of course, our main characters won, But we start to see how conflicted Song is with killing people because
Mhm.
he realized at the end, oh no, one more pull and these people are gonna die, and I got
Mhm.
blood on my hands. So
Mhm.
the game is really mentally starting to affect him. Well, it affects everybody, but
Mhm.
because we're following him, it just mentally affects him that my life, these people's lives are in my hands.
Mhm.
But anyway, um player 212, which is the crazy lady we were talking about. Um
She's one of my
she
favorites.
oh, now she's your favorite, the crazy
I
one?
said she's one of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the girl's name,
Oh
but I know the one
gosh.
from North Korea. She's my favorite, and the main character is my main character, my favorite. I just like how he just say cheese in the video. He's like, "Eat," and the camera.
He
Oh,
has
he's
a
hilarious.
very good expressive face for
Yeah.
this. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He reminds me of Jackie Chan. He has that, yeah, he
Cheese.
gets friendly.
Uh-huh.
It makes me happy. Even
Yeah.
though he's going through turmoil. Hell,
Even though he's like a little slow,
y-
I
yeah.
like him a lot.
Yeah, yeah, we start to see racism too
Yeah.
come into
Mhm.
play because player 212, I forgot what was going on, but Ali, yeah, then people started to say their name. So Ali is the Pakistan guy.
Mhm.
He is like, oh, you didn't believe we would win in tug of war anyway. And she's like, you didn't go back to Pakistan where you belong. Aren't you an illegal alien? And I was like, damn,
Mhm.
ouch,
Yep.
jeez. But Song, they got through all that. But Song was saying that they should create a barrier, which I thought was a good idea, a physical barrier, so they won't get attacked anymore. Because
Yeah.
now, you can get attacked in your sleep and die, and then the
Mhm.
piggy bank's gonna fill up.
Mhm.
But what else
Which I thought it was a
stood
good
out to you?
strategy.
It was a good strategy. Like those people dead and they got empty beds, so let's take apart their beds and we just
Mhm.
create a little physical barrier.
Mhm.
So Snakeface and his gang won't kill us in the night.
Mhm.
What else stood out for you in episode?
Um, the absence of the doctor. I got his number. Um, and the thing is that
His number.
no, yeah, I got his number because I didn't like I I got my notes and I found it. He's player 1111,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to deal with the workers who was doing the black market, and he left, you know, behind the scenes. He went somewhere and he did the undercover thing. They like because how they do it is that after they put the dead players in the casket,
Yeah.
they mark them,
Mm-hmm.
and once they're
Oh,
marked, those are the ones that they take in way in the back. And also, if you notice that whenever they go through a certain area, the person who is looking at the videos will delete it,
mm-hmm.
will delete the videos. But I think this is the episode where they got into a fight because the person was still a little alive.
Yeah.
And he couldn't, like, because there's more blood coming out of him. Because if they were dead, it wouldn't be that much blood coming out of them. And it was just so much blood because that person was still alive. And they got into a fight because they didn't give him the next game. And so he killed one. And it once they got in a fight, they ran back to the schoolyard area where they did the cookie.
Oh yeah.
And and then he the dude that he was with, he said, "Take off your mask so I can see your face."
Mm-hmm.
So he took his mask off. Excuse me. And the
Yeah.
guy who took his mask off got killed because he showed his face. The number one rule is that they can't show their faces
Mm-hmm.
because if you show your face, you're gonna die because they
Yeah.
know who you are.
Yeah.
And then if you see their face, you die too.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was interesting how they, and then when those people were going to the next game, they looked up and saw their bodies hanging.
Oh yeah.
And they said that this is what happens when you do something you're not supposed to be doing. And the snake face guy, he saw the doctor hanging up there and he was like, "Oh shit." Because he didn't know what the next game
That's
was.
where he went. I've been looking for
Yeah.
him.
He's like, "Oh, there he is. Oh, no, we're fucked."
Man. Yeah, it was that was interesting. I think we don't know the front man's name, the guy in the black mask who's the leader of all this, but he
Not
did
during this
some, huh? Oh yeah,
not
I don't
during
I
this
don't know.
episode.
Yes, not in this episode.
I'm sorry, we
I don't
can't.
know it. Yes, but Tamara, but he he told the player like, oh, we're building a game of equality, and basically y'all doing side deals or whatever,
Mhm.
and you're not being equal, which I thought was really odd. A game of equality, like what? Okay, it's just very strange. Anyway, the like you said, when he hung up all the guards that was in this black market deal, and then the doctor, he was like, "This represents inequality, and we're trying to build a fair, level playing
Yeah.
game field for all you guys, and let this be an example."
AKA don't cheat. Because if you cheat, you die.
Yes, that's the lesson that he supposedly is trying to teach them. Why
Mhm.
he kills people.
Yeah.
I guess the game is fair. If you lose, you die.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
one got killed by the guy, the doctor,
Yeah,
because they didn't give him the name of the game. And then the others got killed because, well, two of them got killed because of the doctor,
yeah,
by the doctor. And the other one got killed because he showed his face. So if he didn't show his face, he wouldn't be. He probably still would be killed because he was cheating.
yeah, yeah. Which you would think the lead guy would have known that his guards are cheating. He should know everything about his
Mhm.
guards.
Mhm.
But I did want to get back to something. Um, when we were talking about the barrier and Song came up, the main character, he was like, let's take watch. So it's two people taking watch. I thought it was interesting when Song had a flashback, because at first I thought there
That's
was smoke
funny.
bombs in the
Mhm.
whatever that area is called, dormitory area. I'm just gonna call it that.
Dormitory, yeah.
And I thought it was smoke bombs. I'm like, they smoking them out now? But it's Song. He had flashbacks, and he was talking to the old man, and he was
Mhm.
like, I used to, well, I was on a protest strike against my company for unfair wages, and
Mhm.
a lot of people got killed. And oh, here comes John, just in time. John, where you been?
Hi,
We on
John.
What's
episode
going on?
5.
How you doing?
John, how are you? Thanks for coming
Yeah,
to the
me.
show. Yes, me.
Hey,
And it is.
I
Is
was
it
on my
really
other
you?
channel.
Oh my god.
It's me.
Yes,
It's really
yes.
me.
Movie
This
lovers,
is me.
TV lovers unite. Check out the podcast.
A
See, we
movie.
did it for
Hey,
you.
a movie reviewer is never late, nor is he early. He arrives just as he means to. So,
You ain't no wizard. Why are
I
you
am
trying to
too.
be Gandalf?
I am too.
You just
Watch,
because you got
watch.
gray does not mean you Gandalf. Oh, shit.
And I'm back.
He's
Lame.
Gandalf.
Anyway, we on episode 5. So, well,
Wow.
actually,
Okay.
let me go back. What were some highlights from episode 4 for you, John? Before
Well,
me
do
and
me a
you
favor, real
circle
quick.
back.
What did you give me a small recap of what you guys talked about, and
So,
then I can.
small recap. Man, we talked about a lot. Let's see. Oh, this favorite thing that Tamara has summed up is that you do not mess with crazy women
Mm-mm.
because
Mm-mm.
if you give them nookie, they will kill you.
Mhm.
And you must take their threats very seriously.
Very, very seriously. Because how she was looking
Yeah,
at him, yeah, she was serious.
she was
Mhm.
definitely serious. I would
Yeah.
not want to be sleeping with that woman.
Mm-mm.
Number one, she looked like she was on drugs. Number two, she 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 slept with Dick Face. You sleep with Dick
Yeah.
Face and
No,
everything.
his name is Snake Face. Jeez.
I
His
just call
name
him
is
Dick Face
Snake.
because it looks
No,
like a dick on his face.
he's our guest. Pardon him. It does. It really
You
does.
know what,
It's
John?
right by the
We
mouth.
might as well just give him that name.
It's right by the mouth too.
Well, it's right by it. I mean, you can't
Yeah, it
miss
is.
it.
It's right there.
It looked like you got slapped in the face with it and
Yeah.
got a tattoo.
Yeah.
But
It's
anyways,
sexy.
but that ball bag, I didn't really like him as a character.
Ball bag. It's
You
okay.
have to
We're
excuse
rated R. Go ahead.
you have to excuse me. I just got back from doing a American Psycho review, so sorry. So I'm
You
in
bringing
Bateman
no
mood right now.
American Psycho energy up in here. This is Squid Game.
Well,
It's much darker than American Psycho.
Well,
but
maybe there's
anyways,
about the same because American Psycho has a guy who kills somebody with an
hmm.
axe or more,
But
and
I'll tell
this
you
one is just but
this.
basically games that people
We-
die from not winning.
That's true.
So
There you go.
No,
you
Tamara.
just mix it all together.
Thank you, Tamara. I do appreciate that. Thank
No,
you. Yes,
no.
thank you. At
Anyway,
least
go
I
Just
have
ahead.
someone on
trying
my
to
side.
have a
I'm
moral
done with both
ground,
of
a
you.
middle ground.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. That's very kind of you. But you see, for me, when it comes down to this with this episode with the shapes,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I never want to look at shapes for the rest of my life after watching that episode.
Well, dang, you're gonna have a hard time in life.
Right?
Because
Don't look at a PlayStation.
especially
PlayStation.
with him licking the honeycomb and things like that, and then you get the and I'm like, when you look at the umbrella, when you look at the square, when you look at them, like, okay, are we playing some weird thing with PlayStation? What's going on here?
See,
What's
I
this
told
game
you.
about? What are they trying to do?
Mhm. Yeah, because I was telling Mika like they do
You know?
like the guards mask. It does look like a PlayStation. I told you, PlayStation all the way,
PlayStation.
PlayStation. But yeah, that's
I,
another
You
good
see?
reason,
And
John, about the shapes because I would have been really scared about doing the umbrella. I would have been the first person killed.
mhm,
I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
me
Yeah.
That
too.
cookie would have
I would
cracked.
want to get the circle or the square or something that's easy. I would not want the umbrella. I've never been more scared of shapes in my life until I
Mhm.
saw that. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
"Ugh."
And I don't know
But
why he's
then,
like, "I decided to take the umbrella." I'm like, "Why?
Gotta be a
He
good
was the
Tracy.
main character, but he was safe, but still."
right, but you didn't know exactly what those shapes represented. You didn't understand it on anything, even if they gave him the cake and everything too. Because remember, hey, this is my rich friend.
Mhm.
He went to college.
Yeah. The Jackie Chan guy.
His
Yeah.
friend's a douchebag. And then you have
so,
Sadly,
him
so
yes.
for
licking the honeycomb. Next thing you know, you see him licking it, and like everybody else licking it. Then you have this one other person with a lighter
Mhm.
and doing that.
That was the psycho
But
woman.
yep, the psycho woman. But I have to say, I mean, that to me would be nerve wracking. That game would be very nerve
Yeah.
yeah,
wracking.
I would lose that game too because I would end up eating. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna just lick this. It tastes good. Oh no, I ate the umbrella.
Well,
I'm
that'll be your last
Wow.
meal.
I haven't eaten all day. I'm just gonna go out in flames.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what other stuff that you guys dived into as far as?
Oh,
We
so
talked
with
about the tug of
episode,
war.
yeah,
Oh, the
4,
tug
I
of war.
learned
Oh my
a lot.
god.
I learned a lot about what tug of war represents. And I just thought it was,
Me too.
a game with us and we used to just, tug rope around. But this showed me that it's leadership and teamwork. So that's something positive out of
Mm.
Squid.
You see, I didn't know. I was always thinking it was about strength, you know,
Yes, me too.
and I didn't know that there was a way to hold the rope. I didn't know that there was a way to do this. Even if you're not that strong of a person, you could still win a game of tug of war. And to know that they figured it out and mapped it out was really good. That was good team effort with
Well,
that.
that was the old man, but yes,
Yeah, that was the old man.
Of
yeah,
course, the old
he
man.
knows everything. He's magic.
But I like the old man though. The old
Yeah,
man was my favorite character up until
yes,
the twist happens. But
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
huge twist.
yeah. I actually want his Funko Pop figure if it comes out.
You know what? I want to get all of their Funko Pops.
you know what? That has to
I
be like
don't
the
know if I
easiest
want Snake
cosplay and the
Face.
cheapest cosplay to do.
You could do Snake Face.
Oh gosh, no.
Nobody wants to be Dick Face.
A little.
We just might as
But
well get the green jumpsuits next year. I
Oh
already have my
yeah,
wig, so
and then put letters on it,
hmm
and
right.
then play games like green. I can totally see that happening at Dragon Con. Somebody gonna play a game of green light, red light in the
or
middle
someone
of
will
the
come
hotel
to,
floor.
or someone comes in there as a like with their cosplay, and they already have a bullet in their head.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're the red shirts of this.
Hmm
But I do want to say this though. With that tug of war game, and you see them going up to this elevator to play this tug of war game, and then you're having to look down
Hmm.
and see the aftermath of what this game is going to be doing. You're going to be killing half the people
hmm
that is in competition with you in like one shot,
hmm
basically. And at first, I'm like, is this just? At first, I was thinking, okay, this is just one game, but what? And I was also thinking too, are they going to get other people that won to play up against them afterwards? Because I was thinking, okay, this can't be the only tug of war game that they play, but it is. But I was
hmm
thinking, okay, it would be more challenging if they went on ahead after they got done. That group that won came back to try and face off against them, even though their bodies are wore down. It makes it more challenging because now the bodies are wore down. Who wins out of that game?
hmm
But but that is still so haunting and threatening. And I remember watching it at the dinner at for breakfast when I was at breakfast and eating and watching that scene.
hmm
I'm a very demented
Oh,
person. Okay,
I'm
Tamika, don't
eating
judge me.
breakfast, watching tug of war death. Mm.
Oh, those
I
like
love
you
these
hear,
Cocoa Puffs.
yeah,
You're
you
talking
hear
to
all
a
this
guy that
stuff.
watched a horror movie horror movies during the daytime don't bother me. Horror movies at
Oh
nighttime
yeah,
don't bother me.
I can only
I'll
do it
I'll
in the
watch
daytime.
Nightmare on Elm Street as a background noise and go to sleep. That's how I am.
Ew.
I did that
No,
before
what kind of
because
But
person?
John Henry was watching Nightmare on Elm Street one night, and I just fell asleep, and I was like,
Oh,
see,
what's wrong with
it's
you
very
people?
comforting.
I was tired.
What's wrong with you people? I watch
But
crime shows and documentaries and go to sleep. Watch the real stuff. Puts me to sleep, knowing that there's
but
serial killers out there.
but yeah, the tug of war game was definitely something that I would be scared of if I was to play that game.
hmm
And also too, I like how they were building their team up because like, and then I thought the girl who got kicked off of Dick Face's team, she's like, you see, I'm good, I'm good.
hmm
I can be strong too. I'm a
hmm
girl. I can be in your team. I'm like, you're so annoying. I wish they would just off you right now.
Darn, John. She
Yeah,
crazy. That will help
she
her survive.
crazy.
Yeah.
She got to
But
survive for a few more episodes.
right, but I definitely like how her and Dick Face go out. That's definitely good
hmm
because I didn't like either one of them.
But the thing is that how her and Dick Face went out is the same way that she told him. I'm just
Right,
saying.
same way she kept her promise.
Are y'all doing spoiler alerts?
No, we're just saying.
No, hey, we didn't say how they died. We just said that they went out.
We're just saying.
Man,
Okay,
anyways, episode 5.
okay,
Okay, so
so
what are some
let's do it.
highlights? Yeah.
Wait a minute. Episode 4 is the tug of war.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, episode 5 is that's the one where we talked about how the doctor held the guard hostage
Yeah.
because he wanted to know about the next game.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
that's the marble game because the crazy lady would have had him
Hmm.
as her partner, but
Right.
she didn't have a partner because he died. So
Yeah,
she was the only one without a partner.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And everybody had to get in teams of two.
Mhm.
And everybody was strategic, and they were like, and I like how everybody's like, okay, this is a game of strength. They always go
Mhm.
to, this is a game of strength. No, not
Mhm.
you. A old man, no. A woman, oh my god, no. That's the first thing that goes to their mind. All the games they played, it hasn't really been about strength but mental strength.
Yeah, and also there's a married couple too. We forgot to mention in the last episode
Yep.
that when the main character, I cannot pronounce his name either. I don't
I
know
think
much about
it's
Korean.
song or something. So
Yeah, I just know Japanese. I can't do Korean just yet. But he was trying to get the husband on the team, but he said that he wanted to be on the same team as his wife.
Which is
And he feels like
understandable.
mhm.
whatever his wife goes, he goes. And
Yeah.
I just felt like this episode was really sad for them because how they were saying that, okay, is two, like you get a partner, okay, we're playing the marbles, and whoever loses in the marbles, they'll be eliminated. And
Hmm.
I was like, ah, not the married couple. Because it either
Hmm.
has to be the husband or the wife that would have to make it out.
Mm, wow.
So I thought that part was sad.
I forgot
Yeah.
all about them. I
Mm,
know, oh, pardon me. I know that this math teacher came up to, I believe his name is Song. He came up to him and was like, "Hey, we should get on we should be partners, blah blah blah." And he was like, "Oh, that old man over there, he's gonna die because it's
mhm,
uneven group of players. So what do you think they're gonna do to him?" So I do like that Song felt a responsibility. He felt close to the old man, like
mhm,
we were talking about in episode 4, I believe. He was just sharing these flashbacks he have about his past.
mhm,
And when the older man wet himself in bed, he covered him. So
mhm,
he, I guess in a sense, saw him as his like a parent figure to him.
Well, right. Well, this goes
Yeah.
back into like episode 2 or 3 when the main character sees the old man again. And
Hmm.
you don't realize that these people are connected in this almost close to the same neighborhood.
mhm,
But which makes it even more fascinating. But you know, he looked to him like as a father figure, someone that he can talk to and connect with. And he also showed to me, he showed respect to him.
Hmm.
And also too, you know, he even asked him, he goes, "Why did you want to play this game?" "Well, I'm just gonna die anyway, so I might as well go out playing this game." And also too, the main character knew that he was someone that he could trust and someone that he knew that he can get to the other side despite the fact that he is old and yes he is dying. He knew that he can use his brain as a way as power, strength, and also too, the only weakness that he had was yeah, he wet the bed and everything and stuff like that, but I liked
mhm,
how he covers them up to not show the weakness to where he can move on to the next game, because if not they were probably going to shoot him hands
Yeah.
down. They were
Yeah.
probably going to shoot him.
I thought they
And
were.
right, so if it wasn't for him covering him up, he would have been dead.
mhm.
Yeah.
But I like the dynamic between the main character and the old man. The old man is probably one of my favorite characters on this show
Oh yeah.
and everything within that episode and how
Mhm.
powerful it is until you get like towards the end. But you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had early stages of dementia too, right?
I thought it was
So
just cancer.
he was
No, it
was it
was
cancer?
dementia and
Dementia
cancer
cancer. Okay.
Oh
because
wow. Yeah.
Song, he noticed that because the old man said that he had to count the people, the number of people to help his dementia. And
Okay.
so that's
I
what
forgot about that.
so Song used a strategy towards like with the marble game so that he can win. So technically he kind of cheated to win.
Hmm.
He used the
Ah,
old man's dementia to win.
Yeah.
which is now that part I thought was very shady of him. But what would
Mm-hmm.
you do in that thing? But also too, I was thinking to myself, maybe the old man is just playing with him
Mm-hmm.
though too, because he wants him to go further than he is.
I think he was because how he said it before he got killed. Well,
Uh-huh.
Right.
killed. Because like the thing is like you see it. Have you noticed that when whomever wins and who loses, if that person loses, you can see them die.
Yeah,
But you didn't see that with the old man. You just
Uh,
heard the
that's true.
gunshot. So I guess in Korea they do it like they don't show children or older elderly people getting killed.
mm.
Right.
Wow.
Basically, that's how I took it.
Yeah.
But I like how the old man is looking in his bag of marbles. He goes, "Oh, I only got one." And then you have the main character goes, "Can we play?" And then he goes, "We can play again." And then of course the old man knows that he's being taken advantage of though too, because
Hmm.
remember, he's like, "Wait, I just remembered, I got one more." And I'm
Yep.
like, son of a bitch.
And that's when he was like, yeah. And that's when he cheated again.
Right.
Well,
And
first
so
it was hard to get him to play anyway,
Hmm.
because
right.
the room they were in or whatever, he said it reminded him of his neighborhood.
Right.
Hmm.
And the main character or song, I think his name, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's like my neighborhood too." And they
Mm,
were getting excited in the beginning, and it was like, "Oh, we're playing marbles," and I guess they were thinking we're playing against another team. But
mm,
that's when we find out it's against each other. And I like how everyone came up with their own game. I do like the fact they gave them the option of you can create your own game with these marbles.
right.
Uh-huh.
What was
Um,
annoying to me was what we learn now is Kong, the girl, and that other girl, their game was them talking about who can depress each other the most. Depressing life stories for
Yeah.
20 minutes, and then last 2 minutes they're like, okay, let's play now. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, there
I
was just
think it
like
was
having
just.
a
Oh,
conversation,
sorry.
like they were having a conversation with each other, trying to get to know each other
I
and stuff.
understand.
Like they're
Yeah.
asking, like, "What are you gonna do with the money?" And Kong was like, me and my brother, we escaped from North Korea, and he's in a a home, and I want to get money for me and him, and blah 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 blah. And it felt like the other girl felt like she deserved like Kong
She deserved
deserved
it
the
more.
money
Mm,
more than her because she didn't have nobody.
Exactly. That's
So,
how I felt though too. Watching that, it's like it's not about depressing each other or anything like that. It's about who. What are your plans after this? What's your motivation for wanting to be in this? Because everybody else is in debt. Everybody else as to why they
mhm,
want the money. So she wants to make sure that her intentions are intact. Because
mhm,
if she dies, she wants to know that this person is going to spend this money the way that it needs to be spent and not on greed, not on anything else other than taking care of her family that she's saying.
mhm,
So that's why she's trying to get to know her. And then once you get, and then it's like 2 minutes left. It's like, okay, let's go on ahead and play. So I understand from that perspective. The old
mhm.
man, too, with this, here's the thing. I thought that he was just screwing with him this whole entire time
yeah.
because maybe the old man didn't want to play this game or anything. So I thought he was
Mhm.
just screwing with them the whole time.
He
And he
may
was actually
have.
frustrating me, to be
He
honest,
may have. He was
because
like,
I
oh,
was
I
over there
used to
yelling at
really.
him.
Yeah, he's like,
I was
oh, I
yelling at
don't
him.
play this game. I don't want to play. That's what you were doing. I'm gonna die. You need to play
Right.
this
He's
game.
also too, he goes, I think this is my neighborhood. I think this is I think I used to live here. I'm like, no, you don't live here. You need to play this freaking game, you dumbass. Come on.
See,
He's gonna
I feel
die.
like
I'm
if
yelling
it,
at this old man.
yeah,
I
I
did.
feel like if
They
it
have
was
a big
me, I
group.
would have stolen his marbles. I would have been like,
No,
that's it.
I
you
was
the
thinking
worst.
that too though, Tamara.
It's like, hey,
It's
look,
like
what's
Yeah.
over there? Yoink.
no, you know
Huh?
what I would have done? I thought I would have just tripped him.
I would be so
You guys are
rude. I'm
perfect
like,
for Squid Game.
Like, it's like peace.
You guys are perfect candidates. Why not just punch him in
I'm
the face
sorry,
and
but
take
if
them
my
off?
partner is being that annoying, he deserves to get killed
yeah,
at that point.
don't annoy me. That's all we're
Oh my
saying.
goodness.
Right.
Let's
And
just let
then
us play our game, okay?
exactly.
Man. But
But I felt bad for the Indian guy though. The Indian dude is who I
Oh
felt
oh
bad
yeah.
for.
Oh,
yes, he got
he was treated
betrayed
even
by
worse because he
Choke,
was
whatever his name
winning.
is.
He was
Hmm.
winning,
Hmm.
but the other guy, he gypped him out. He
Yeah.
switched the marbles out with rocks.
Yeah, and he put it around his neck. He was like, "Okay, well, you go around and see how many players are left because they can't kill us all, and
Mm-mm.
whoever's left, we can team up together against them, knowing damn well that there are no survivors in this game."
Yep.
No.
So he's
None.
running around. I'm surprised they let him just roam around like that, to be honest.
Well,
Guards.
to be honest with you, they probably thought that he had the marbles too.
Yeah,
Mm.
until he opened it up.
Right. I think the guards and everything, though, don't forget there was still time on the clock, so therefore they couldn't technically kill him because
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
number one, he had the bag in his hand, so that also represented the fact that he had marbles still, so he
Mm-hmm.
was safe with that
Mm-hmm.
temporarily. And I do not like the lead lead character's friend at all. He's a douchebag
oh yeah.
and everything too. Because you and I talked about that though, Tamika. Remember, he kept something to himself and he didn't tell his other teammates about it because they were
Hmm.
supposed to be all in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with this. This was even dirtier because now, because of him, blood is on his hands because of the fact that they took somebody else's life.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, because like you said, when Ali, the Pakistani man, he was winning. He was like, "No, I can't die like this. I got a family. We both got a family.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a way we both can get out of this together."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like he cares about his family. He doesn't. I wish Ali would have won.
Me too.
Yeah. But he was close, but the other guy tricked him out and
Yep.
Which I didn't. If they're talking about a game of equality,
yeah,
I didn't know you
that's
could
the
Well,
cheat.
thing. But he
then I
tricked
call
him
him punk
out.
ass bitch. That's what I
Yeah.
call
Yeah, I didn't know you could cheat in
But
this
have you
game.
noticed that after he did that, you don't see his glasses anymore?
no. And it was like he was pretending to have these glasses on to be smart,
Mm-hmm.
to make
Mm,
him feel like he's intelligent because he's rich. He's got family. Not only does he have his family, but he's also in college. It was like he was trying to be a copy of these kids who's in college who's smart, but by wearing the glasses.
Yep. So is like he's like the anime evil villain, the ones with the
yes.
glasses.
Yep.
Yeah. The
So you
shiny
see them with
glasses.
the glasses, and then all of a sudden, when they turn evil, the glasses are gone.
Mm-hmm. It is
Hmm.
always, as Snape says, always.
Yeah.
Always.
But in the foreground of all this, we have the undercover. Is he a policeman, right?
Yeah, he's
Jones
a police
Yeah, he was
Wilson.
a
officer
police
who's
officer.
He was undercover as number 29, the guard
Mhm.
number 29, trying to find out the murder of his brother in this game. So I yes.
brother.
We find out his brother was the zombie patient, like we talked about, Tamara. The
Uh-huh.
one that wasn't quite dead, but was on the
I
way
still
to
don't
being dead.
understand why they were dissecting bodies down there. I thought it would have been led up to something more.
Well, it
Oh,
was like
like
a black
trafficking?
market.
Yeah, on the
It was a
black
black
market.
market.
Trafficking
Okay.
on the black market.
Yeah, there was getting the organs to because they were saying like, oh, the ship is coming. We need to hurry up and stuff.
Hmm.
Okay.
And that's how the other body was found was because the undercover cop was in that same room when they were doing the the things that they wasn't supposed to be doing. And
Okay.
so he was the one that shot the second person. So
Mhm.
first it was the doctor who killed the
Okay, that
person
makes
in
sense
the
then.
room,
Mhm.
and then when they went off with the organs, he shot the cop, undercover cop, shot the other guy or killed the other guy.
Yeah. 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 He
That's
did.
why there was a lot of bodies, like the bodies was hanging.
Yeah, they were all involved in the black market. And
Yeah.
the lead,
So they were, yeah, they was
yeah,
looking for him.
yeah, the lead guy was hung him up, saying this is an example of inequality. Doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. Him talking about inequality, and he's living up there rich, drinking champagne, watching people die on his big screen TV.
Well,
Got that off my chest.
you
I'm
like
glad
people
you
will
did.
learn that. The thing is like if they've seen it, they will know why, what type of person he is. But people who haven't,
Yes,
you will know
Tamara.
later on in the video. I mean, later on in our stream, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
later on, why he's that rich son of a bitch.
Yep.
Oh, but yeah, I thought it was interesting because before the guard died, he said, "Oh, there's a list of all the players." So Jong Ho, or number 29, or whatever you want to call him, he goes to the evil guy's lair, the rich lair, and there's an archives, and he finds this box. He finds folders of all the past players, like all
Hmm.
the players from, I think he was looking for 2015
Yeah,
Squid
because
Game.
that's the one his brother was in.
Yeah. So he was looking through that, and then he found where his brother was, and he was like, "Oh God, it's paperwork," which I thought was so much paperwork. Um,
Paperwork.
I, I thought it was really interesting. I don't know, that level of intrigue and like mystery, it really drew me in a lot. Like the
Hmm.
game was, like, oh boy, that's a game. But this in the foreground really drew me in. I was like, okay, what's really going on with this game? They got an
Hmm.
archives and
Right.
they got
It's
a list of winners. And I'm like, somebody won? Dang. And
Yeah.
you got like all the players, their
you
occupations. You can see that
see,
this is
I was
a
thinking.
real thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
go
you see,
ahead.
I was thinking this too. I'm like, well, the brother is missing. You
Yes.
have the detective that's over there that's looking for him. I'm thinking to myself, what if the brother is somehow one of the I was thinking, well, what if the brother happened to be the winner and then they selected him to be one of those VIP members or something that we see later on? That was one of the
That's why.
things I was
Yeah, that's
thinking.
why I said what I said.
I was just thinking outside the box a little bit
Yes,
at that
Tamara.
point,
Hush.
because I was
Tamara's seen the whole
I did
Yeah,
too.
I've seen the
series.
whole thing.
I'm the
I
one that's being good and
Okay,
just
so my
I
doing
question
it
couldn't
is
step
help
this,
by
it.
step.
Tamika.
I
Mika,
know.
you cannot stop watching Squid Game.
I
I
managed to
tried
stop
so hard not
because
to
I had
stop
the
watch. I
podcast.
tried so hard not to watch it, but I had to continue to go forward. I had to see what else happened. I couldn't help it.
Yes.
So
My
I
Yes.
know
question
the
I
ending.
forgive you. I forgive you.
Yeah, I
so
know
my
the
I
question
forgive
for
ending.
you too,
Tamika
John.
is this. So are
Yes.
you going episode by episode or are you binging it?
I'm doing it in blocks. Like here. Like I
What's
did 4 through 6. And I was like, cool. And I was like, I got a podcast. And then I stopped.
because okay, I'm just wondering because I'm doing Sweet Tooth for my for the net for the TV show that I'm doing, but I'm doing
Yeah.
episode by episode because of the
Uh
fact I'm getting more meat out of it that way by doing episode by episode,
huh.
and I'm able to digest one episode. With this
Yes.
one, on the other hand, I'm with Tamron though. With this one. The reason why it's so popular, the reason why this has actually been a pop cultural phenomenon in 2021 is because you're invested into the characters and you're wondering
Mhm.
what those characters are going to do. So that's why you're curious as to know what's going to be the outcome for these characters and you want to spend time with these characters to see what's going to happen next. That's why
Mhm.
you binge all this at one time and one
Mhm.
serving because of the fact that you're so invested into this show versus doing episode by episode or anything like that. And I binged it and everything, and I enjoyed it. Frenchie was the one who got me hooked on it.
Yes, yes, Frenchie.
I got
Yes.
hooked on it because I wanted to figure out what this whole red light, green light thing was.
Me too. The memes got me. I
So,
said, "What?" No, no. My first meme was the old man. I
Well,
was like, "What is the old man doing here?" Okay.
okay, so let me tell you this. Okay, I saw the memes. I'm like, shapes, people, don't care.
PlayStation.
And the, and I saw the big Chinese, the big red light, green light girl and everything. I'm like, don't care. Kept on scrolling, minding my own business, and then here comes Frenchie at 11 o'clock at night. Did you see Squid Games? I'm like, what the hell is
Do
Squid
the
Games?
accent.
mhm,
Have you seen Squid Games?
No.
No. Anyways, he's like, but he's like, have you seen Squid Games, bro? I was like, no, I don't even know what that is. It's rare that Frenchie messaged me at 12 o'clock Eastern time. Usually he's already in bed and sleeping. He
mhm.
messaged me at 12 o'clock his time and goes, bro, we need to do a Squid Game review. I'm like, what the hell is Squid Game and why are you messaging me up at 11 o'clock at night? And so he's like, and this is just me at first. I'm like, yeah, we'll review it. Knowing me, when I say that, I don't normally do that.
But
Yeah,
you
I'm like,
did it anyways.
right. But here's the thing, I'm like, you know what? I don't have anything else to review. I'm freed up from some stuff. So why not? Let me see what the Squid Game's about. At first, I wasn't that enthused into it. I'm like, the dialogue is not that great. I don't know. I don't know if this show's for me. 40 minutes in, I'm like, I'm hooked.
Hmm.
I'm like, yep, it got me.
Yeah.
The
And
thing is like I got hooked the let's see 40 seconds. It's because of the main
wow.
character. He is just so hilarious to me.
And
So
he looks like Jackie
the,
Chan.
the main
yeah,
character's hilarious.
Yeah.
He has good
yeah.
intentions, but
Don't we all?
yep.
But he was so cute. I'm like, you're so cute. So yeah. But
But
like
But you
you
just
mentioned about the his friend, apparently they're like childhood friends.
mm-hmm.
And
mhm, yeah.
his friend kinda turned evil
He went to
Mm,
the
because
dark side.
he's trying to win money so bad because um I think I don't know if you guys remember, I forgot what episode it was, but his mom owns a shop and her shop wasn't doing so well.
mm,
So he's trying his best to, he went in debt really bad. So he wants to help his mom out. So he cheated his way or he turned evil basically to help his mom. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Which
now,
is the wrong thing to do, but people with their mindset when you're doing games like that and you gambled all the money and you notice that your family isn't making that much money with their business, you do anything like no matter what, you do anything to just to win that money.
yeah.
Doesn't You don't care
Yep.
how many people die. I'm like, "Oh damn. That's why he came back." But you
Yep.
notice that he asked him, "Why are you here?
Mhm.
What are you doing here for? You're supposed to be rich. You got all this money. Why are
Mhm.
you here?" So,
But I could understand if it was like college debt and maybe his parents don't, maybe they cut him off. So that's what
nope.
I was thinking, was the parents
It's
cut him
more of
off.
him gambling too. Pretty much
Right.
half of those people
Have
and
gambling issues.
yeah, and basically which is funny is that they're being betted on.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like horses, basically.
Yes, in the game of life. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, going since we're like in episode 6, but going toward the end, for me was emotional
Mhm.
because in not toward the beginning of the game, I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know if it's gumbai, whatever. It's some Korean slang or word for friendship. So he was like, "This is what we are. We share everything." So
Mhm.
toward the end, like you said, when the old man realized I know you cheated and it's okay. Here's my last marble.
Mhm.
Um, and they just said their goodbyes. And he told him, "Oh, by the way, my name is Elnon or something like that." We finally get the old guy's name,
Mhm.
which was really heartbreaking and sad. And he's like, "Oh, thanks for making this fun for me. I lived a good life."
Mhm.
And the main character just
He
walks away. Yeah, like you said, you don't see him getting shot.
No,
and
that's
I like
why.
that.
You see the door closes and you see Song or the main character just bawling and crying as he's walking away.
And then you hear gunshots, and like, if you haven't watched the series throughout the whole to the end, and you just stop at that episode, you'll just, you don't see anything basically, because then that's when you feel like South Korea, they don't show elderly or kids dying
Mm.
for respect. So,
We
That's
show
right.
everybody dying here. So
We
yeah.
don't
we
care.
don't
Well,
have
not
any
children. We don't show
respect.
children dying. You
Yeah,
you
we don't
pan,
care.
like, they pan off when a kid is dead, they pan off, because that's what happened with Pet Cemetery. That scene when that little boy got hit by the truck,
18-wheeler. Yep.
the 18-wheeler, they panned off. You only see the 18-wheeler, the back of the 18-wheeler, and then you see the shoes. That's it.
Do they
I
You don't
still
think
see
do
him getting killed.
in the remake they did a gender swap where it was the sister instead, and
Mhm.
I think they showed it if I'm not mistaken. I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh,
because
that? Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
I did. It's, I'm not gonna say it's the most horrible remake ever or anything like that, but
No, I
because
certainly it's not the most horrible.
there's plenty of bad ones out there. This one was all right. I mean, it was decent, but not gon ho about it or anything like that. Where I have to buy it on Blu-ray.
Mhm.
But in the United States, we don't care. We'll show everything. We're proud of our violence, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we have zombie children we shoot in the head.
Right,
The Walking Dead.
Yeah, these
right.
don't count. They're children.
Mhm. Yeah,
Terrible
didn't they
war.
shoot a 12-year-old? A
Yeah.
12-year-old
Yeah.
turned into a zombie
Now,
Yeah.
the only thing that
daughter.
they can't do is they can't show like killing a newborn baby or anything like that. That's something that they
Yeah.
can't do for TV or anything like that. Because I looked into that, and they're not allowed to do that. So anything like 6 and up, yeah, it's free reign.
Mhm.
Fixing up,
It's
you
like,
gone.
Six. So if you're under 6,
you
they
might
won't
have a
show it.
chance. Right,
They'll pan off.
right.
Yeah, but yeah, episode 6 just is ironic because it's just showing you about friendship,
Mhm.
but really everybody has questionable morals about friendship. They use whatever tactic they could get, even in the disguise of friendship, to
Mhm.
survive the game. And I thought that was a really ironic theme of episode 6 for me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
It's like everybody was just sad
It's
because they
sad because right. Go ahead.
because
Sorry,
of
Tamara.
what happened. It was just really
Mhm.
sad.
It was a depressing episode. I'm not gonna
It was
lie
really
because
depressing.
everybody had connections and friends that they made. It was like going to Survivor summer camp with Squid Game edition, and they made a
Survivor.
bond with them. And then it's like, oh, they're gonna get killed. There's no
Mhm.
so it's just sad to see that.
Yeah, it is. But hopefully next weekend or next week it won't be so sad. I don't know.
No, it'd be funny.
It'd be
Yeah,
great.
see, there you go. I got something funny to look forward to. But I did tell Tamara I would just finish the rest like this weekend.
Right, you only
Because
have
for
2
me,
episodes left.
the
Yeah, you only have
hard,
3 episodes left.
well, whatever. I'm gonna finish it.
You can do it. Yeah.
What's hard for me is like, I love getting invested in characters, but with something like this, I have to take notes. and that's what throws me off.
It
So it's
is,
like
yeah.
I have to kind of watch it and watch the last three just without taking notes first because it's so much going on, and then enjoy it, and then go back and then take notes. So I do it
I
that way.
just enjoyed it. It was really hard for me to take notes. Like I
Me too.
try to take notes, but the thing is that I'm watching subtitles. So
That's hard
I
too.
it's really hard. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just watching it and I'm just gonna enjoy it.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
For
subtitles. I
for the
refuse
pot.
to do dub. I refuse. I heard it dubbed one time and I didn't like it, so I turned it off
I,
and went back to sub.
it does
I
sound
can't do
really funny in dub. I just do
I
It
both.
feels like an
I
anime
can't do
in
dub.
dub.
Yeah. Hey
I
man,
can't.
what you doing?
I can't. It's just
I
the
enjoyed it in dub,
voices.
to be honest. But it felt like an anime though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when one of the guys like I just started watching Dr. Mike, and when he talked about the like because he's a doctor, he went through like the medical purpose of Squid Games, like what will happen, like because he mentioned the part when the guy's hand got put in the machine and he lost his hand. He talked about that. It was in dub. I'm like, Mike, why are you watching it in dub? I
But
was just screaming. I was screaming at my laptop because he was watching dub. But he's a cool doctor. But no, just no.
Tamara does not endorse dub. She's a sub. I
Well,
like
it
dub
depends.
anime, but I can also go both ways.
But
me
the thing
too.
is about dub anime, it depends. I cannot deal with squeaky little voice like like have
Yeah,
you
that
seen
that gets on
Fruits
my nerves.
Basket? Have you
Yes.
seen Fruits Basket? The dub
Mm-mm.
version. I hate the dub version. I'd rather watch the sub. I can't.
You see,
I
I
can't
feel that
even
same
watch
way.
the dub version of Sailor Moon unless
Oh,
the
I've been
old
seeing
one. I
that.
can watch the new one, but the old one I can't.
What, Crystal? Is it
No,
Crystal?
Sailor Moon Crystal I can watch.
Okay.
But Sailor Moon, the original from the 90s, I can't.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
oh, John. Yes.
Oh,
Sorry, John.
but no. You're good. You're good. I was just letting you guys talk about anime for a
We're
minute.
just
And
drifting.
while I
Yeah,
sat
we
on the
wanna. We're
sidelines for
trying
a
to
second.
review a anime pretty soon. Like me
Mm-hmm.
and Tamara find some anime to watch
Full
and
Metal
review.
Alchemist.
Yes,
That's a
ma'am.
good one. Also,
Brotherhood.
Yes.
there's
Yes,
also
ma'am.
Death Note, stuff like that. I like that.
Oh, I like Soul
Which is
Eater. I want to do that one.
Bleach is
So
good too.
I love Soul Eater, especially the part
Especially Jeff. Cool, man.
But
I'm like, what kind of foolishness is this?
it's so
I'm
but
Jeff.
good.
I run a school. Cool. I was like,
There's a
but
what?
lot
back
of
to
animes that we can
Oh, okay. Oh,
sorry,
sorry. Oh, yeah.
sorry.
sorry.
So,
John's
no,
getting
no, no.
back.
It's cool.
John. Thank you. Thank you,
But
John. Thank you. Okay.
you're welcome. You see, this is why I get paid the big bucks here at Two Blur Girls podcast, which is zero. So
Yeah,
I'm happy to do
and
Yes.
that.
we get paid the big bucks at Movie Lovers Unite because we're the
Which is
girls in
zero
the
as well.
background.
Right. You see, 0 to 0 is perfect.
Ah,
Yeah,
But
we get zero.
going off of what Tameka said and everything about taking notes and stuff like that. You see, I did it for the first episode just to because I actually have main character degenerate gambler. I have that marked down. Then I had some other side notes just to describe the characters to help me do the building blocks for the review for episode 1 and 2. And then the rest of it I just remembered off of memorizing because as long as I have the character introductions and stuff like that, that's all I need for the first episode to help me along. But also, I'm just gonna say something funny that I mentioned, and it's just the way I said it on the show. But they're like, the main character, he's like, Charlie was so pissed off at the fact that he is the way he is. I said, well, he's a degenerate gambler. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, and and everybody started laughing, even Frenchie. He's like, I said, I need to make that a shirt now. But
But there's
but
no lies there, John.
no,
There's no
no,
lie
this is
no,
whatsoever.
what do you?
no. But Charlie stopped watching Squid Game after the first episode. and then
No.
but it was me, Sean, and Frenchie that carried on the conversation after that. But this show is so good. I
It,
enjoy this show.
yeah, because me personally, I wouldn't stop watching a show after a certain part that you don't like. The thing is that you got to understand what the show is all like, what the show is about. It's basically telling you don't gamble. This is what happens when you gamble. That's
Hmm.
how I feel. That's
Yeah.
how I see.
Yeah. And
Don't gamble.
who you call a friend.
Yeah,
Right,
you gotta
exactly.
watch out who
Don't
you
trust
call a friend.
people.
Not everybody is your friend.
Remember
Right.
your childhood memories because they'll save your life.
Hmm. Hmm.
Respect your elders.
Respect your
Yes.
elders.
Don't be like
Ageism,
a rude person
classism,
to an elder.
racism.
Don't be like, hey, look over there. You take his last marble. I mean,
Mhm.
there's just so
But
many
then you have
moral
this.
details.
But then you have the elder goes. But I got one more.
Yeah, don't underestimate the elderly. Yeah, yeah.
But
I
look
used to
about
live here.
but look at what happened with that like that lady I was telling you.
The
She
crazy
told
lady.
him, "Don't fuck with me." So
Mhm,
when someone tells you not to fuck with them, that's what you
Don't
need to
fuck with
learn.
them.
Don't
Right.
mhm,
fuck with them. So
mhm.
there's a lot
Exactly.
of
But
moral of the stories.
there's tons of
There's
morals in
there's a
Squid Game
lot.
that
There is
you can
life
write a
lessons in
paper.
Squid Games.
You can write a paper on Squid Game,
Mhm.
and you will probably come out with a whole novel if you wanted
Mhm.
to get that deep.
Definitely.
But so John, since we got through episode 4 through 6, John, tell everybody where they can find you.
Wait, you mean to tell me this episode is over with?
Yeah, we went
Yeah.
through 4 through 6.
What? You need to go
Yeah.
ahead and finish off the rest of the episodes, and we can have 2 hours. I'm just kidding. You guys can go. You guys can go ahead and follow me at Movie Lovers Unite on Facebook and on Instagram and on Pinterest at Movie Lovers TV Lovers Unite over there. Of course, if you want an audio only podcast episode of my show, all you have to do is get that where you guys get your major podcast at. Of course, you guys can go on ahead and subscribe over to the Goodpods app. That's where Tameka's and Tamara's podcast is actually at, though, too. Two Blood Girls podcast. You guys need to go ahead and smash that subscribe button over there and everything and support them so that way they can climb through the rankings from everywhere else on Goodpods. And Goodpods is a great place. Think of Goodpods as like social networking for podcasters or someone that listens to podcasts. You can and get this, you can actually go ahead and rate individual episodes of our shows, and it actually helps us out with the rankings. You can also tell us what you liked about our episodes, what you didn't like about our episodes, and stuff like that. Also, too, if you guys want to, go on ahead and donate to my page. How do you do that? You just go over to gofundme.com/Movie Lovers Podcast. And of course, guys, you go on ahead and follow me underneath Movie Lovers Unit on Twitter. And then, of course, Movie Lovers Unit 0 on TikTok. And then you guys can also go on ahead and reach out to me if you're a sponsor or would like to be on the show. All you have to do is go ahead and email me at movieloversunite@gmail.com. And that's everywhere that you can reach me at.
Boom. Good job, John.
Thank you. I try.
Right. Tamara, would you like to tell everybody where we are?
You can follow Two Blurred Girls on Facebook. On Twitter, we are Blurred Two Girls. There
I
it
guess.
is. uh, Instagram, we are Two Blurred Girls _ podcast,
Boom.
and we are also on YouTube as Two Blurred Girls, and we're on Twitch as Two Blurred
Oh,
Girls.
I don't have that
So
one, but yeah.
yeah, but we need to get that one. So don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, Two Blurred Girls podcast.
Smash that subscribe button,
Yay.
fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're also audio too. So our
Mm-hmm.
audio podcast is on Apple, it's on Anchor, it's on Amazon Music and Audible, which we're really
Mm-hmm.
excited about. Breaker, Good Pods, like John mentioned. Please follow us on Good Pods. It helps us in the rankings. iHeartRadio. Thanks, John.
Yeah, don't forget about the iHeartRadio part.
we're everywhere. We're just
You're
expanding as we
globally.
go. Yeah, we're gonna make it big. So make sure you follow us, our audio podcast as well, and subscribe and follow. Tell your friends. And you can also email us at twoblurredgirls@gmail.com. Did I get everything, Tamara?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And next week we will finish out Squid Game.
And I promise I'm not going to be an hour late.
You better not.
I
Because you'll go to
promise.
-0. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Ooh.
I got to go do some Squid Games then.
Well, we'll be praying for you for that.
Please
Yeah,
do.
watch your
'Cause
marbles.
I probably won't even make it past the first round.
Watch your marbles. That's all I gotta say.
Watch your marbles, and I'll watch mine.
Cool.
I got one
All
more.
right.
Okay.
Well, until next time, take care.
See ya.